Okay, so I am going to be finishing off the rest of September 2025. I was doing this like yesterday. I'm not really doing anything right now, so I just decided let me just finish off the month. Let's hope the second month was better. The first month we did only manage to took like 2 trades. I got break even on one, I believe. I don't really remember honestly. I think I took 2 trades, yeah. Very low frequency start of the month, but let's see if we can get some more trading. So we are trading at all-time highs. Draw for all-time highs, just wait for a retracement and then displacement back up to all-time highs. Unless pre them otherwise, but most of the time we're going to be longing. The draws on liquidity are not that great. We have these gaps, I guess. It's on for hourly, but I don't really see price coming all the way back down to retrace. Never mind, I do. Because we're not very volatile. Oh, that's not an hourly gap, whoops. Since midnight we've moved 200 points, so it's not bad. I will mark this gap down here, but again, like I said, I don't think we're going to reach that far. Maybe we'll retrace into this 15-minute. But again, I'm just going to be reacting to what price is doing. We have these 5-minute gaps. Yeah, pretty bullish overall. But yeah, or maybe come down to manipulate this lower than trade higher. But let's wait and see what market open does. Ah, that makes sense now. Okay, next day. Gonna start on the 16th. Boom. Okay, same thing as I just said. We are all-time highs. ES has rebalanced already. We haven't on NQ, but because we've already on ES, we don't really need to on NQ. But we'll see. We have these lows, these stacked lows. We have SMT with these lows, but again, I'm not really paying too much attention to that because we've already reacted from that on the 15-minute. Ooh. What the fuck? Brother. What's wrong with my fucking FX replay? Alright, next day. There we go. Okay. Oh my days, bro. So we have this new day opening gap. We have this low down, the opening of that over here. And we have this 144 up here. Boom. Maybe price comes lower. Higher to manipulate this high and rebalance, and then we come lower to this to fill more of this gap. We've manipulated this low. See how we react to that. I will mark this low actually. Boom. And we also have these lows down here we could target. But yeah, honestly, I'd like to be more bearish than bullish, but we'll see. We don't have any SMTs at the highs. We're taking, bro, 1 second. Aww. Anyway, yeah, we don't have no SMTs anywhere. Not that I can see. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. Oh, the 5-minute we've rebalanced into this gap here, and then we had this bullish displacement, but then we closed as a wick, so we could very well just come lower, manipulate these lows that we have beneath us. And we've also moved since 12, only 100 points, so the volatility isn't all that great, but we'll see. Just wait for market open. Okay, we haven't really done much at the first 2 candles. I'm just gonna wait. We now have SMT at the lows. Have we rebalanced into anything? Yes, we have. We've rebalanced into this 15-minute bearish gap here. And We've also put in this bearish SMT here on the 15 minute, as ES has taken those highs. So let's see what we do on these next candles, how we print and how we react to this SMT that we've just put in place. That SMT is not holding clearly. We do have another SMT, but again, we've already disrespected this one. So this one, next one will probably not hold, but hopefully we get a rebalance at least. We've disrespected that second SMT. Now you could just enter shorts here, but again, I'd much rather wait for a rebalance. Plus, if you entered shorts there, you would have to have a wider stop. And I don't really like how ES is moving. We're just consolidating, so I'm not too sure. I want to be 100%. But again, this looks... We're not really forming any gaps here on the lower time frame. We have just tapped into this rejection block here. I'll mark that out on the 15. I want to see how we react to that. Yeah, honestly, I think we're just going to go lower to take out the next draw. I don't think I will be trading this day. I don't really see any clear, obvious entries here. It is only 9:45 though, so I'm just going to wait. Give it until 10 a.m. It looks like we're retracing into a high time frame gap. Yes, we are. On the 5 minute. Yes is also close to these highs, so we could potentially make SMT inside of those gaps, but let's just... Or we might just completely reverse. Okay, now we've got SMT. And from the SMT, boom, inside that 5 minute gap. Honestly, if we get like a strong candle space on the 5 minute, I'll take a short like this or something. But let's see first. I want to see this next candle, if he candle start displacing with speed. Like that. Just looking at 1 minute. This doesn't look too bad. I think I'll take this, but yeah, nah, I'll take this actually. This looks pretty clean. I like how this 5 minute candle is placing. We only have 2 more minutes until it closes as well. It's gonna be extra short. It's not gonna close as a wick here. That's good displacement. I'm gonna enter here. Put my stops up here. I'll just target that low. Yeah. Doesn't look too bad. Let's give this a shot. Risking 23 points, so I'll risk 1 mini. Boom. Boom. Targeting that low. Let's have a look as this plays out. Boom. Very clean and obvious day. I just preferred how the 5 minute was looking there. It was looking very nice. The displacement was pretty clean. Very, very clean day actually, to be honest. So it's a good thing I didn't skip. I would not have been as confident if I executed on the 1 minute, because again, it's like the moves we had here wasn't just getting wicks to the both sides. We weren't creating any gaps, but then if you look in the 5 minute, very clean. We had this rebalance here with SMT. Boom, inside of the gap. Big wick rejection, and then we had displacement through this bullish gap here. So yeah, that was a really obvious trade there for me, which is why I took it. Let's just go on to the next day. We are at all-time highs here, but This candle is printing bearish. We've had the previous hourly candle was also bearish. We have rebalanced into this gap and this gap. I'm unsure if we're going to respect it or not, because we still have 30 minutes until that hourly candle closure. So what I'll do, I marked out the low, the potential targets lower, and I'll mark out potential targets higher. But if we do react from this bullish PDO raise, then I can just target all-time highs. We also have this bearish 15-minute gap. We have just slightly tapped into this, and now I want to see how we react to that also. So I will mark out these lows as well, and then we have those draws lower, which I've also marked out. Bias, honestly, unsure. Don't know if we want to go higher or lower, because we are on the higher time frame. We look more bullish, but then on the lower time frame, it could potentially get something like this and trade lower. But let's just wait and see. And volatility, since 12, 170 points, so it doesn't look that bad. I always get that emoji thing on my screen. I don't even know what I press. Anyway, SMTs anywhere. Some dodgy one right here, but I'm not really gonna mark that out. Let's just wait for market open. We've made SMT here, but based on this displacement that we're seeing, I don't think that it will hold. I think we probably would just take out low here and then Q. We're also about to make another SMT, as if ES comes lower, to take out this draw that we're pretty close to as well. Oh, nice. Maybe this SMT is gonna hold. Oh, interesting. All right. So this SMT seems to be holding. We could just be using this to rebalance here. However, I'm not really liking these candles that we've been printing. Just had the wicks inside of these gaps and a failure to go lower, which could be a sign that we are bullish. But then again, we have a bunch of gaps we could just easily respect. But let's see how we react after rebalancing into these gaps in a higher time frame. Another pretty strong wick there with another SMT inside of that 5-minute, which we've already tapped, however. And now we're getting this placement. But again, we're closing as pretty strong wicks. So I'm just going to be patient here. Getting pretty strong wicks to both sides again. Inside the 15 and 5. Just going to be patient. Wait for something obvious to present itself. Now we're coming lower. Probably a wick here. 15 minutes strong wick rejection there. However, I do just want to. Oh, we don't have SMT. I thought we had SMT with these lows, but I guess not. Honestly, it looks like we're just gonna come lower. Yeah, that's fine. Now we've taken out the external low here. If I go on the hourly, you'll see. Oh, the 15 actually. Or the 5 actually. Yeah. Boom. Yes, has taken this low down here. So we have put in that SMT. But let's see how we react to it. I want to see. Just gonna be extra careful about these wicks. Honestly, I would take this, but we are lucky a bit closer to the draw. However, I could just go break even once we take the lows. We are seeing some low resistance price action, but we did open up pretty high resistance as well. I don't like that, but this does look like we will come low to take these draws, honestly. And if I'm targeting past this, I might as well target that under the 4 hour. Let's look at yes. This hourly candle could just close as a wick in the last 15 minutes, but I mean, we are getting pretty strong displacement. I'll take this, and then I'll just go break even once we take this low. So this probably will be a break even. Oh. But I do like the displacement that we're seeing. But again, as we are close to the draws, it probably will be a break even. I don't know why it's just closed me, but okay, I would have been break even anyway, that's fine. Don't know why I got closed there, that's weird. What's the time? It's 9:47. Looks like we might get a little reversal here. Let's look on the hourly. Yeah, we're getting some wickedry now. Let me just clean up this mess. Next 5-minute closes in 30 seconds. Do we make a 5-minute gap? Yes, we did. We've tapped it, but we're getting displacement right through it. And now it looks like we're flipping bullish. Again, we could potentially target these highs. Let's just see. If we come back lower, I'm not trading because this is lower probable. Yeah. Okay, that's better. See if we can get a rebalance. Actually, let me look on the 5-minute. Okay, yeah, I do think we're gonna come higher. Oh, it's 10:02 though. I know that matters that much. I think we will probably come higher, but we are inside a 50-minute gap currently. But if I was to take a trade, I'd probably enter something like this and then target this high. Those are that we're getting pretty strong. Oh, holy. Oh, that is all-time highs as well. You know what? I'll take this. If this loses, it is what it is. But we've already taken out the lows. We didn't tap that 4-hour gap, but we did rebalance here. Actually, we'll play larger stop loss just to be on the safe side. But again, this is all-time highs. We have had the deep retracement, and now we're getting clean bullish structure again forming. We don't really have any SMTs to worry about, so 47 points. I'd risk like 0.6. That's a bit too. Yeah, that's fine actually. Boom. Boom. True protector stop loss would be down here, but again, I'm not risking that much. But I'm willing to bank on the fact that this gap will hold. But let's see how we react, because we are in that 15-minute gap. I'll go break even once we get past these internal highs here. So that is now. Very slow delivery here. But TP does end up getting hit. That was a pretty clean trade. I like the structure there. I was a bit hesitant at first just because we were in that 15-minute, but then I looked in the hourly and this wick. Very, very obvious wick. This wick just told me that we're going to go higher. That was pretty clean. Played a wider stop loss because honestly, I don't want to have a super tight stop loss. I just wanted to give room to breathe, rebalance if we needed to. I wouldn't probably not have taken that if it wasn't all-time highs, honestly, but it was a pretty strong draw on liquidity. So yeah, but so far not bad. Friday the 19th. No, I don't really like trading Friday, so unless something looks super obvious, I won't be taking anything. Yeah. Again, still at all-time highs as expected. We've had this little rebalance from yesterday, and now it just looks like we're trading back up to those all-time highs. So let's see if we can take anything. If not, then no worries. We had to rebalance into this little rejection block here. As you can see, rebalance there. We're kind of, price looks kind of slow. The 15-minute. We were just range bound, but now it looks like we're getting displacement to the upside, but not really anything that looks too great because it looks pretty slow. I don't know how these candles are printing. We do have this on-field 15-minute bullish gap here, which I will be referring to. I want to see if we tap into that market open. No SMTs. And again, we just have those all-time highs. Actually, no, we do have SMTs. We made SMTs here. And as you can see, it's 15-minute close as a wick. Under 5. Pretty strong wick there. So that probably is a sign we will go lower. Yeah. Potentially to rebalance. We have SMTs as well, but boom. So now we've tapped into that gap with SMT again. I'm not a fan of how price is wicking. Also, volatility 130 points, not the greatest since midnight. Alright, let me remove this. Okay, yeah, this market open doesn't look great. High resistance, we're not really printing any gaps. As well as that, the draw's lower. Not that great, we just have a bunch of got these lows down here, but just gonna wait. And now we're reacting off of that 15-minute, but again, nothing looks too great to me. It was just this place, and I don't want to get FOMO. There's no reason to after seeing this how we opened. So just based off this open, I'm not gonna take anything. I'll probably take a mock if I see anything nice, but yeah, looks like we will come higher now. We probably we're gonna form SMT of these highs, but if I was to take something like this, but then again I'd be targeting past the highs, but we do have all-time highs. Let's see if this plays out. We break even here. So we get shitty PA here and then beautiful delivery right after. That's fine though. Again, all-time highs, free draw on liquidity. So I mean that's pretty self-explanatory. I just took this because we had a rebalance in the high time frame and the lower time frame, and we're having this placement here. But yeah, I didn't actually take that just because of the conditions, and especially on a Friday. Look at these conditions. I don't want to lose on this day. Yeah. Again, give me a sec. Anyway, again we have all-time highs. What's price done since yesterday? Ayer. Again, we just rebalanced and came high. Honestly, it's not really much to say there. You don't have any SMTs. We do actually with these wicks, with these highs here. I have an unfilled hourly gap as well. And then we have these relatively equal highs, and as well as all-time highs above. So let's see how we react. We have auto rebalance here, so this low is protected. If we do get displacement towards this low, then I can anticipate that we want to come lower to take out these draws, as we've rebalanced, and therefore that low should be protected. Yeah, but again, let's just see. 5 minute, same thing. We've had that little rebalance, and then yeah. Oh, volatility check. Let's have a look. Since midnight, we've moved 115 points. So again, not the greatest, but not too bad either. Instantly market opens, and we take out that first higher time frame draw that I marked out, which was this high here. So we do have SMT there. But let's have a look how we react after taking that high. Ooh, yes, it's also pumping. That's slowing down. It looks like price wants to rebalance. We've got 3 minutes into that 5 minute candle close. We're also into hourly gaps here, so we could close as a wick, but it looks pretty bullish so far. Yeah, not bad. Okay, we do have an SMT here. Do I think it's going to hold? Honestly, probably not. It looks pretty low resistance as well. Also, do I think that price would just completely reverse from this small SMT, especially when we're not even high resistance? And I can target my 1-to-1. Now, I could do something like this. Or, option 2, I could wait to see how we react off this SMT, hopefully get a rebalance, and then confirmation of displacement higher. So I would do that instead. Ooh, boom, I was wrong. Look at that. That is what happens when you wait, you get rewarded. I just avoided a loss there. Also, notice how we're about to close in the 5 minute, and we're about to form a 5 minute bullish gap. So what can I anticipate from that? If we are truly bullish, we will form a gap, we'll get a rebalance into it, and then we'll start forming some bullish structure for price to come, and then take out these draws and liquidity. Or of course we can just flip bearish, but I don't think we'll do that, honestly. 5 minute candles opened with rebalance into it. Excuse me. Ooh, that's a pretty nice flip, honestly. Low key, I'm happy taking this. Based on that displacement, I can be confident in the draw. I'll target a 1-to-1. Honestly, I don't think there's any reason for price to go lower just based off of this. Oh. I mean, yeah, no, I'll take this. This looks pretty clean. Obviously, I probably should wait for a bit more confirmation. Actually, no, I'll wait a little bit longer, just in case. Wait for a 2 candle BC rebalance and displacement. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't take that. Okay, now I've lucky missed an entry. What's the time? It's only 9:48. Okay, I'll just wait for price to hit this first draw. See how we react to that. See if we can get an entry to the next ones. But optimal entry was this right here. I didn't take it. Wanted to wait a little bit, and then the second entry could have just caught a little scalp on this candle here. But yeah. Then I was low-key kind of overbought, so I don't really. Hopefully get a little rebalance. Or we just display straight up to all-time highs. But again, we are oversold. I don't even think this will play out, but I'm not going to take a trade again unless we get a deep rebalance. And by this time, it's too late anyway. That did play out, but delivery wasn't good. Yeah, that's fine. Let's go on to the next day. Unfortunate, missed the optimal trade, which is over here, but it's right. Didn't take it because I didn't like how price was straight pumping. I was a bit skeptical I would just get some wickedry and then go lower again. But honestly, that setup was pretty good. I think it's A+, honestly. I should have taken that, but it's right. Yeah. Sorry, I'm team scrolling. Okay. We've rebalanced into this gap. All-time highs once again. Honestly, I think price is gonna keep going higher and higher and higher. And I'm not really. I don't get used to trading all-time highs, but so far it looks pretty free. Okay, we have taken this low, so I might this one here. Boom. If we come lower, then I'll target this next drawdown here. Simple. This looks absolutely appalling. So you can expect from this that price action today will be good because this looks like a straight barcode unless we get some obvious displacement out of the ranges that we're in. We've just been ranging for a while now. We have this SMT here as bearish SMT, but we've tapped into this gap a bunch of times and we've failed to close beneath it, which could be a sign, but who knows. Display isn't tells all, so what am I going to do? I'm going to wait for market to open. Volatility. We have been in a 50-point range. Yeah, I don't think I'll be trading this day. Loki might just let this day do its thing. We're in a bunch of high time frame gaps now. Unless we get closer to this next low. Yeah, I'm alright. Next day. Easy day to skip. Okay, this looks much better. No longer at all-time highs. We have started to form some bearish structure. We've had this rebalance. From this, I can anticipate that price will come lower to this draw, or will come back up to all-time highs. But let's look at the hourly. What can we mark out? Can mark out this low here. Boom. This rebalance wick should be protected, so I will also mark that out. And since 12, volatility has been absolutely appalling. So I mean, let's just see higher time frame, consolidating. Sorry. So yeah, let's just wait for market open, and my thingy decides to bug, which is fine. This month I'm being very, very selective about my setups just to ensure I don't get railed, because I do recall this month being pretty hard for me last time, because I was taking less probable setups. Yeah. So we have. Oh yeah, let me play a market open. We're also in this 5-minute gap. Let's see how we react to that. We are also inside these high time frame bullish gaps also. So I mean, this isn't great because we're just SMT. We're just in between both bullish and bearish PDRAs. We also have this SMT here. Which we have disrespected. But again, we have all of these draws in liquidity for me to target. So if we are truly bearish, I can be patient. And I can wait for price to come lower to these draws here. If it lets me mark them out, you fucking bastard. Anyway. Yeah. Boom, I'll just mark out these lows here. Alright, cool. There's no need for me to rush anything. Just gonna wait. Ooh. Displacement. Would you look at that? Okay. So, as I was saying, there's no need for me to FOMO into anything. Just wait and be patient. Price will rebalance if it's a good day. What are the odds of the price just randomly dumping without displacing, taking out every single draw and liquidity known to mankind? So we had this 15-minute and 5-minute rebalance and respect. No SMTs up there. But again, I'm trying to wait for a rebalance. Boom. I like that displacement, to be honest. I can just target these next draws. Perfectly aligns for a 1-to-1. Let's look at ES first. Five. Yeah, there's nothing really stopping price for coming lower. Only way I see myself getting cooked is if we just close like some shit, get a shitty close and we just reverse, manipulate me once more and then come lower again. Which honestly it could happen. If that does, then I'll just see if I can catch a re-entry. Also we have this little SMT, but let me wait for one more candle. Okay, yeah. Boom, I'm entering here. Sell. Boom. Let's have a look if this plays out. Oh my god. That is not ideal. Well, Loki should have just taken my break even there. Okay, if I can go break even here, I'm going break even. Because this delivery is not ideal at all. Can I go break even? No? Ooh, I could be I can be a G and hold. Yeah, this is playing out. Trust. Oh my god, I should have gone break even. Okay, I'm break even there. Oh my god. It probably will be a break even. Yeah. This is a terrible, terrible day. The delivery is appalling. Obviously, I didn't know it was going to be a bad day when I entered. This is fun. Now, I'm probably going to get break even, but I'm glad my stop didn't get hit. That would have pissed me off low-key. Ooh, who knows? W, great trade right there. Still ended up playing out somehow. Was that the best trade I could have taken? Honestly, at the time, I thought it was alright. Again, trades like these I'm a bit skeptical because when the 15 minutes and the 5 minutes just dumping, I try and envision myself like, do I see price printing 2 different 5-minute candles that just straight dump? That's rare to happen, right? So I'm always like a bit skeptical about that. But I mean, it played out in the end, but so just had that rebalance in draws, and we're getting strong displacement from market open. Actually, I guess the fact that we had a lack of volatility was a sign. That could have been bad, but yeah, I'm so hungry. Alright. What do you see here? Excuse me. Boom, with this unfilled 4-hour down here, and this massive wick here. So I'll mark out the opening of that rejection block here. We are currently in an hourly gap. We have this unfilled SIBI up here. Sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. Boom. Okay, we have good volatility here. So we've had this big expansive move here. However, this could just be a sign that PA might be back. We have dumped 200 points, which is kind of a lot. We had this rebalance here. Yeah, we're having clear bearish structure, as you can see. We're rebalancing, displacing, rebalance, displacing, and rebalance and displacing. And notice how the displacement moves lower. Much more points than the rebalances. Boom, 80-point rebalance, and then we get a 200-point dump. So either we get a little rebalance here, then we get dumped the next day, or later on, but we'll see. That's just going with the trend. I did not mark out my draws on. I guess it's fine. 15-minute with rebalance, but I would low-key expect a larger rebalance than that, as considering how bearish prices been. We have rebalance into this 5 minutes, so maybe we come higher here to rebalance into the hourly, and then we get some displacement. Oh, I'm on the 1 minute. Okay, honestly, I would not have taken any trades here. So I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Let's see what we do now. Boom. Displacing lower. Tapped into that 4-hour bullish gap. It looks like we are continuing lower. I'm not really interested in taking anything here, so close to that next draw. We've tapped into that massive wick, and it looks like we are just dumping on the. So we wants to react to the C here. Very, very bearish. I'd hope to get a retracement higher, but then again, what draws can I target lower? Apart from the internal low we've just formed. So again, honestly, I'd be more interested in longing. Even though we are more bearish, I could long it in anticipation that price will rebalance. Let's see. Not gonna skip too fast. We're in a 5-minute gap, yes we are. So again, I'm not too interested in longing just yet. I'm just gonna wait. There's no rush. Still have these draws and these draws I can target. I just need a piece of the pie. That displacement is pretty strong. Oh, low-key, I think we're just gonna come lower, lad. But we are. Again, the draws lower aren't that great. Very volatile. I'm not gonna take this. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna take this. It might play out, it might not, but hopefully we still go higher. Nah, we're probably gonna go lower. Yeah, I don't think I'll be trading this day. See what price. Ooh, nice. We're going higher. From that 5-minute order block. Now we're just getting a full-on reversal here. It doesn't look like we're going to get a rebalance. Oh, we did, but not the best one. Again, easy day to skip. That day you could have taken, some people probably took this off the change in state right here. Boom. Targeted whatever they're targeting. Second entry you could have taken this. Actually, you probably would have been stopped out here. Unless you entered in this candle here. Target 1 to 1. Or you would have been break even if you're targeting this low, which I'm sure most people did. Then second entry. Could have maybe entered in this candle here. Stops down here. Or down here. You could have targeted this high, this high, this high. Not a bad day though. I just didn't really like any of the entries that were presented. Friday, let's see. So we have this high here, and this high here. We're inside the bearish gap currently. Let's see if we react to that. Then we have these lows down here on the hourly. Got this high which is paired with that gap as well. We have this bullish. No, it's not a gap. 15-minute. Oh, let me check the volatility as well, because it looks like we've been in a range. Nope, volatility is fine. Alright, cool. We have these relatively equal lows down here. So overall, this isn't too bad. Doesn't look like this gap's gonna hold. And we also have had news, it looks like, with rebalance here on the 15-minute or 5-minute, sorry. Price just seems to be dumping. So probably will take out that data low. Boom. So there's these relatively equal lows as well. Very bearish candle there. After rebalancing into these bullish PD arrays here. Do we have any SMTs? We do with this low. I want to see how we react to this bearish gap, and we just straight up displace past it. From this point, I'm going to wait for another rebalance. Also, no, we don't have any SMTs. Now we have formed an SMT with this high and this one here. And as you can see, yes, it's starting to pump higher. Looks like we're about to form another one with these highs over here. Price is slowing down here, which is interesting. And we have also just put in this SMT here. I mark this one out because it looks better. But yeah, so if we look on 5-minute, we don't really have any gaps to refer to. We have this one, but we haven't tapped into it. We have this big wick on the 5-minute. I'm not a fan of that, but again, let's see how we react to this massive gap here, and we've made another SMT at the lows. Boom. So if this candle's close, yeah. Don't want to get pump faked. Taps into that rejection block in the 5-minute, that wick. This price action doesn't look great now, honestly. Yeah, very manipulative. I don't like how price has opened up. I'm just gonna wait to see if we get something obvious, but by this point it's getting late. I don't think we will. It's got another 1 minute. Stop wasting time. Okay, we are coming lower. And it looks like we're just going to dump to those next draws. We do have SMT at the lows. Honestly, you could just scalp something like this. Boom. But that's not obvious, so I'm not going to take that. Yeah. But it is what it is. Let's go on to the next day, which is a Monday. 29th. We still have 3 days. So you can see my balance at 2.8k. I literally just need 200 and then I've passed the account. Risking normal risk. And this is a bad month as well. So it goes to show that it's not a matter of price action being bad. It's a matter of being selective about the trades that you take. But yeah, let's have a look. Hopefully we do get a nice little obvious entry. If not, then I'll literally just finish the month here at 2.8k balance. There's no need. If this was like a funded account you're trying to pass, simply just wait for the next month and you'll literally pass it in a few days. Simple. Now I'm sure there was some setups I could have missed. I missed, yeah, like that long. Maybe some other ones that you would have taken, but honestly for me nothing else was too obvious apart from that long, which I just didn't end up taking. So we do have a bearish SMT here inside this gap, which we've already tapped into and reacted from, and we have these buy side imbalances here, rest and believe us, which we probably will go lower to and retrace. And then maybe we come back up to take out these relatively equal highs. 15-minute. Well, let's look at the volatility. Overnight was pretty expensive, and volatility not that great. We haven't displaced even 100 points. Bum bum bum. We have displaced past this low. Then again, we have these shorts. Bum 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 bum. We've rebalanced into this 15-minute and we've had this massive dump past these lows. Have these relatively equal lows here as well, which we have also manipulated as we've made SMT with those. It's gone to 5. I'm on the 5. Silly boy. I'm very, very bearish. Clearly, this could be 3 shorts if we get a nice rebalance and then displacement lower. But let's see. 9:30 opens up, and if we get that rebalance, I think the next candle's gonna go higher. I got this feeling. Now there's our rebalance. Let's see how the next candle prints. So we've disrespected basically all of those bearish PD arrays. And this side we're slowing down inside of, we're not any gaps even, so I mean, we also have SMT again at the lows. Candle closure is not the greatest again, and we have another SMT. Very manipulative day, very manipulative Monday. So again, I'm just going to be extra patient. I'm going to be very careful and selective about the setups I'd like to take. Holy. Yes, has already gone down to take out those lows that I've marked out. And from this, we're probably going to come higher to take out those relatively equal highs. But let's see in this next candle. Boom. This could be an entry here. Just to this high. Now, crazy catch this and scalp it, but nah. I'm just gonna wait for something obvious. I'm not gonna try and. This is what a lot of people do. You'll try and like just take something quickly to pass an account, and then it loses it, and you end up revenge trading, and then you end up an entire account. But it's only 9:44. If we just start displacing higher, boom, and we're all-time highs. Just wait. Oh, not all-time highs. Fuck, bastard. I need to stop swearing, bro. But yeah, look, there's more draws you can target. Now we've had this manipulation and rebalance. Just wait for the next draw. If price wants to go there, then we will. That's it. As simple as that. No need to FOMO into entries. Just take something that's logical and makes sense to you. Hopefully we get a little high time frame rebalance. We also have this SMT here. So I'm going to wait for a bearish candle to print. Boom. And it looks like we're going to displace higher just off of this. I'm going to put my stops down here. Target a 1-to-1. Now, the only thing I don't like about this trade is the fact we haven't had a deep rebalance. But honestly, there's a placing that we're seeing. I feel like we're just about to pump. We're about to rip higher. Also, we could just close as a wick and then come lower. Is this a trade that I'd be happy to lose? Probably not. And it is only Monday. Low prop Monday. I'm not going to take this. Yeah, I don't like how that candle closed either. Oh my god, it's my lucky day. So what was price done? We've edged those draws, making triple relatively equal highs. Now let's see, maybe we can catch a banger. Maybe. On a Monday. Maybe, just maybe. Also, yes, it's close to these lows. Maybe we make an SMT inside of our bullish gap. But I'm not banking on it. Okay. So I'm going excited for no reason. We've had our rebalance, and now it looks like we're just going to come higher. Wait for one more candle. Yeah. I'm entering here. Boom. I'll put my stops down here. Very scalpy. Scalpy entry. But I think this should play out. Let's see. Break even there at the draws. Oh! Holy. Yeah, I'm not even a thingy this day. I'm just going to the next day. Boom. Good break even that. So what do we have here? We've rebalanced into this gap here, and we have these relatively equal highs, resting above where price currently is. What else can we see? On the hourly time frame, we have been range bound since midnight opened. We've moved only 90 points. So what am I expecting from this day? I'm expecting for this day to be appalling, pretty bad. We're in range bound conditions, unless we come higher to take out these draws, or vice versa. I won't be taking anything unless it's super obvious. We currently are inside this 15-minute, and we have these 5 minutes resting beneath our prices. We have rebalance here on the 5-minute as well. So I'm gonna wait for market open. You have SMT at the highs. I'll mark out for you guys. Boom, SMT. Honestly, I think I'll take this. I reckon price is about to displace lower. This is a bit of a discretional trade. Yeah, I reckon this will play out. Let's have a look. Boom. The reason for this, we have this SMT inside of these bearish gaps, 15 and 5. I'm not anticipating for it to close as a wick. If we do, I'm expecting for price to rebalance. Boom, and then we'll come back lower to take out these next draws. This is why I have a wider stop loss. Playing it where we just where we originally displaced from. But let's see, break even there. Boom, that's TP. Yeah, that was not really a continuation trade, but that was pretty obvious to me. Why also, what I do like, don't pattern trade this, but when we get market opens, when we close as wicks, and then we get immediately, then the candle after, we get strong displacement for that wick. Okay, what is a wick? What is it telling us? Boom. You just draw out a wick. We have a massive, it's a normal candle, right? Buyers and sellers in this candle. Boom, boom, boom. But then, when we get massive displacement to one side, let's say like this, for example, boom, you're like, oh, that's good displacement. Let's say the wick's like small. Very bullish candle, this, right? This is what will happen at market open. We get a candle like that, but then we close with massive wicks, like a tiny candle like this, and that bullish candle we close as a wick. Boom. Which tells us that this tells you we've closed bullish, but then how have we've opened up bullish, but then we've closed as this massive wick. Price is rejecting. We no longer want to go higher on this candle. It's just telling you that sellers are selling. Bunch of sellers in the market. So that bullish candle is just a fake out. Boom. It's the same thing here. We've come all the way lower. In this close, people are thinking, we're going to go higher from this. We've had a bunch of sellers, but then the buyers have pushed this candle into closing like this. But no. What do we see on the next candle? We get instant displacement lower. Telling you, the sellers are back. Boom. Short. Boom. Yeah. I can't really explain things properly, but I hope you get the idea. Wicks and displacement. I like that because it tells me a lot. Honestly, I'm probably going to end off here. Yeah. Let's check the statistics, Badman. So we took 11 trades and wow, that's a lot of break evens. 6 wins and 0 losses. Risk to 1 mini the whole time, around 5 to 600 risk every trade. Literally only took trades on Tuesday, Wednesdays and Thursdays unintentionally. That just shows you how the low probable days will always be on Mondays and Fridays. 6.6% gain on the month. Pretty chill, 100% win rate. Good. Hope you gained something from this. If not, I don't really care. But hopefully I was able to, provide you with some insight or some shit. I don't know. Well, an hour. Good backtesting session, etc. Thanks for watching.